Now, the churches claim John receives the revelation, when in fact, they should read, it is Paul who claims to receive the revelations and mystery of the Christ. Was Paul aware of a grand deception to resurrect Jehovah as the Christ? Ephesians, chapter 3, verse 1-4, For this cause, I Paul, the prisoner of Jesus Christ for you Gentiles, if ye have heard of the dispensation of the grace of God which is given me to you ward, how that by revelation he made known unto me the mystery, as I wrote afore in few words, whereby, when ye read, ye may understand my knowledge in the mystery of Christ. 2 Corinthians, chapter 12, verse 1, It is not expedient for me doubtless to glory. I will come to visions and revelations of the Lord. Paul wrote this verse, just a few verses after referring to Satan. 2 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 14-15, And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Therefore it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works. Paul is suggesting even the devil can appear as an angel of light. Where did he get this idea? Let's review how Paul meets the Lord, or Jesus. This can be read in the Acts, chapter 26, verses 10-17. Which thing I also did in Jerusalem, and many of the saints did I shut up in prison, having received authority from the chief priests, and when they were put to death, I gave my voice against them. And I punished them oft in every synagogue, and compelled them to blaspheme, and being exceedingly mad against them, I persecuted them even unto strange cities. Sounds like Moses or someone the Lord of the Old Testament might get along with. Whereupon as I went to Damascus with authority and commission from the chief priests, at midday, O king, I saw in the way a light from heaven, above the brightness of the sun, shining round about me and them which journeyed with me. And when we were all fallen to the earth, I heard a voice speaking unto me, and saying in the Hebrew tongue, Hebrew tongue is the language of that old serpent fella. Saul, Saul, why persecutest thou me? It is hard for thee to kick against the pricks. And I said, Who art thou, Lord? And he said, I am Jesus whom thou persecutest. But rise, and stand upon thy feet, for I have appeared unto thee for this purpose, to make thee a minister and a witness both of these things which thou hast seen, and of those things in the which I will appear unto thee, delivering thee from the people, and from the Gentiles, unto whom now I send thee. This was the same promise that darn Lord Guy of the Old Testament made with Moses to deliver the people, using the same Hebrew tongue that Lord Jehovah used to speak to Moses as a light in the bush, and poor Jehovah must have forgotten that the man today called Jesus spoke in Aramaic tongue. Paul was originally a Pharisee in Jerusalem named Saul, where as a law enforcer he killed many corruptly in the name of the law, as mentioned in those verses. Did Paul get a guilty conscience in the revelation? He secretly revealed Jehovah as the devil dragon, and Solomon as the beast. So did Paul recognize that the New Testament was not about resurrecting a man who was never named Jesus to begin with? Did Paul know he was assisting to revive a dying religion, that the man today known as Jesus destroyed by identifying the evils of the devilish beings playing God? Revelation, chapter 2, verses 18-23, And unto the angel of the church in Thyatira write, These things saith the Son of God, who hath his eyes like unto a flame of fire, and his feet are like fine brass. I know thy works, and charity, and service, and faith, and thy patience, and thy works, and the last to be more than the first. Notwithstanding I have a few things against thee, because thou sufferest that woman Jezebel which calleth herself a prophetess, to teach and to seduce my servants to commit fornication, and to eat things sacrificed unto idols. And I gave her space to repent of her fornication, and she repented not. Behold, I will cast her into a bed, and them that commit adultery with her into great tribulation, except they repent of their deeds. And I will kill her children with death. Is this Jesus or Jehovah? Jesus never once spoke of Jezebel from the Old Testament, but Jehovah didn't like the Phoenician princess teaching his servants to worship the universe. 1 Kings, chapter 21, verse 25-26, But there was none like unto Ahab, which did sell himself to work wickedness in the sight of the Lord, whom Jezebel his wife stirred up. What was this wickedness Jezebel stirred up with Ahab? Getting him to stop worshipping a fictitious earth god commanding wars, rapes and murders and start worshipping the universe beyond. And the only one to say I will kill children with death in the Bible, was Jehovah. Leviticus, chapter 26, verse 21-22, If even then you remain hostile toward me and refuse to obey, I will inflict you with 7 more disasters for your sins. I will release wild animals that will kill your children and destroy your cattle, so your numbers will dwindle and your roads will be deserted. So be prepared. The reality is that a real underworld species exists of teal-colored skin, as mentioned so many times in so many religions, and they have been guiding the human race all along. The God in the cloud before Moses and the Hebrews was no more a God than the Wizard of Oz was behind the curtain.